No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. Oh, this door is open. This door right here, this door is open to you. Is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in.
Good morning. This door is open for you. Welcome to each of you that are here this morning. Thank you so much for being here. We always like to begin our time together in prayer, and so I ask you to just take a moment to pause, just to become still for a moment. Together we enter into this time in the spirit of gratitude. No matter what has come before this day, our drive here, the busyness, the morning, we give thanks for the opportunity to be here. We give thanks for this gift that we call life. Today we begin to explore what it is to really recognize ourselves and our capacity to live always in the awareness of who we are, connected to all that is, never apart, and what our intention and attention have to do with that. And so we set our intention this morning to be fully present and available, to receive the blessing, the inspiration that is here for us, the healing, the awakening, and in turn to be a greater blessing, to be fulfilled in our life. For this we are truly grateful. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to invite Cat Williams to come up and join me on this stage and invite you to stand as we join in opening song. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here.
Put your hands together.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul soul is welcome here. You are so welcome here this morning. Would you turn and acknowledge that welcoming spirit to those around you? Welcome this morning to Unity. Those of you that are joining us online, we want to welcome you. We thank you for being here. We thank you for your presence in the world. And we love hearing from you. Thank you so much. Welcome this morning to each and every one of you.
So, Lord, I can feel you in my soul, Lord, in my soul, Lord, I can feel you in my soul,
In the mountain,
in the mountain,
in the valley,
in the valley.
oh, I feel you.
I can feel you
Oh, I can feel you.
in my soul,
Oh, in the mountain,
in the mountain,
in the valley,
in the valley. I can feel you in my soul,
in the sunshine,
in the sunshine,
and in the rainbow.
in the rainbow.
Oh, I can feel you.
I can feel
Oh, I
you
can feel you
in my soul, in the sunshine.
I want to thank you for being here today. Most of you probably know we have a memorial service today at 2 p.m. for one of our members, Nita Owenby, who recently made her transition very unexpectedly. And so we're expecting about 300 people for the community, and many people today are watching online because they're waiting to come in for that. So would you turn and just wave and welcome those that are normally here, that are coming a little later today, and welcome those that are joining us from wherever you are. We want to thank you. If this is your first time today, we'd like to acknowledge that by asking you to raise your hand, and we have a connection card. Our ushers and greeters will get that connection card to you if there's anyone here for the first time. And if you don't want to raise your hand, we have a welcome center. This information's here. But if you wear this heart, we can more easily recognize you as being here for the first time. And to each and every person, whether it's your first time or you know it's part of your spiritual path and community, or perhaps your first time online, we say to each other, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Thank you so much. Reverend Beth is coming to share some announcements, and I'll ask you to please turn your cell phone off or on airplane mode. That really helps keep our airwaves, helps our Wi-Fi and the energy in the room. So thank you for that, Beth.
Thank you, Reverend Darlene. Last week I was introduced as, I think, the spiritual glue. So I'm not holy. Oh, I like that better. I like that better. So let's all together just kind of, we're here now. We're here now. If you haven't noticed when you came in this morning, there is coffee available from 9:45 to 10:15 in the lobby area. We ask that you did not bring coffee into the sanctuary, and there will be no community coffee after the service today. Our fall book series is just great. We're having a wonderful time together, and if you missed the orientation week or the first week, there's still a few slots that you can sign up for online if you're willing. I just wanted to let you know that there's a participant's guide that you will receive, and there's also weekly questions for you to ponder, and the classes are just really, really good. I can say that because I lead one with Reverend Megan. The Arts and Craft Fair will be Sunday on October 26th after the service. You can get more information on our website. And again, our beloved Nita Owensby's celebration of life will be this afternoon at 2 p.m. Linda, Gail, Tom, would you come up? Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. I'm Linda Jones. I'm the volunteer program director for Sacred Service. And yes, this morning we did have coffee, and I hope you enjoyed it if you were here for it. And we're going to be doing that every single Sunday because so many of you have asked for that, so we're doing it. And you all will have an opportunity to volunteer to make the coffee some mornings. So one Sunday a month throughout the whole year, you could probably sign up for that, I would think. So we're going to make that very easy for you to do. Jennifer and I are working on how we can easily, set that up for volunteering for everybody. And I'll have instructions and everything for you. So if you don't know how to make coffee, just read the directions. We're good. Okay. So about a week ago, I was in the quiet, and I was thinking about how much this means to me to be doing this sacred service and to serve as your program director for all of you wonderful volunteers. And I got full of gratitude. And I thought to myself, it would be interesting to ask some of you how it has affected your life being in sacred service. How has it affected your spiritual growth? Who you are as a person, and what opportunities it has opened up for you. So I asked a couple people, and this morning, 2 of them are going to share with you how being in sacred service has impacted their souls. So Gail Ray, would you come forward, and Tom Zenker, and Gail, if you'll share, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
One of the most powerful spiritual practices is sacred service. Selfless service has opened doors within me, doors to courage, to holding space for community, and to unconditional love and contentment. In the 90s, I started offering sacred service by teaching children meditation. And that was really important for me because up until that time, I didn't think I could do it. That led me to teach art in the LA Unified School System. When I moved here to Asheville with my service experience, I started hosting chanting and meditation groups in my home. And you can see how one thing built on the next. When I came to Unity, I joined Team Habitat. And I've worked on that team now for almost 10 years. During that time, I was invited to run for board election. Being in that service for 6 years has helped me to grow so much, learn how to hold myself, our community, and our church in sacred space. When the board term ended, again, I asked myself, what is mine to do? And what I've been guided to do is teach meditation and meditation with painting from the heart. You can see how this thread of sacred service has woven through my spiritual and my worldly life within this loving, vibrant community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. My name's Tom Zinker. I was first introduced to Unity Church by my wife, Susie, back in 2012 when we were living in Florida. From our very first visit, we both knew that we had found our spiritual home. While in Florida, I had the opportunity to serve as a board member and board treasurer at Unity of Melbourne. I helped with the youth program as a Sunday school teacher, and Susie and I facilitated a couples dinner once a month for fun and fellowship. In the summer of 2018, we moved to Western North Carolina, found Unity of the Blue Ridge, and fell in love with Reverend Darlene and this community, this spiritual community. My spirit was moved once again to offer sacred service. Presently, I serve as a prayer chaplain, and I am co-leader of Team Habitat. I also have helped the Adopt a Highway team. The love, support, and training I've received from leaders and staff here at church have prepared me for this over the last 5 years. What I have personally discovered is that while serving in various capacities, I receive so much more in time and effort than I give. More love, more peace, joy, compassion, acceptance, confidence, and personal fulfillment. I am very, very grateful for the positive changes, spiritual growth, and lasting relationships that have come into my life because I stepped out of my comfort zone and said yes. It's so satisfying to be part of making our church family, local communities, and the world a better place for all. And thank you.
Thank you both very, very much. And now I would ask you, what is yours to do? Next month, we'll have our volunteer fair. And every team will have a table for you to visit and to explore and learn about how you can say, yes, thank you.
Love is alive in the space between us. Hear those words right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. There is beauty between us. Spirit shines in the light between us. See that light right now. between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now.
That was so good. We are blessed with this band. And while Joey, who's typically on percussion, we've got Charlie with us today, joining Dr. Jason, Joel, Dave, each of them. Thank you so much. They'll be back in just a few minutes. But once again, show them your love and appreciation. Kat and our Unity Band, thank you so much. Wow. So beautiful. Love is alive in the space between us. In that space, we live and move and have our being. I love every October. You know, I'm like a kid at heart. I love all the holidays. I love any opportunity to celebrate and those sorts of things. Last week, we had our homecoming, a weekend celebration where we had someone that came all the way from California. Hi, Mary. She's usually joining us, one of our virtual members. We had folks from Tennessee, California, Atlanta. I don't want to leave anyone out, different places. We have a faithful viewer from New Hampshire. We have folks that actually one of the churches in the Bahamas, Unity of the Bahamas, they're streaming this right now for their Sunday service. So turn around and wave and welcome those that are joining us here. So every October, we kick off a fall series, and as a part of that, you have the opportunity to be part of a small book study group. I always pick a book that we use to get us started. We go much deeper than this, but the book is by Mirabai Starr, Ordinary Mysticism. I think we still have a few of these in the bookstore. And then every week I create, like this week, there's a 5-page handout. I take you much deeper with questions and practices. So that's what the groups do. And the whole premise of the book is in the title, Ordinary Mysticism. Mirabai begins by making the statement that we are all created as mystic, born to be a mystic, because mystic means one who lives in the experience of their connection to God, to all that is. One who lives inside of the awareness that I am always connected to my source. And that awareness of living inside of the connection, as the scripture says, in God I live and move and have my being. So the only way I can be apart is if I think myself apart. And then it's only a belief that's standing between me and that connection. So in this idea that we are all mystics, and we have the capacity to develop our capacity to live in that awareness. And so she offers us 7 movements of consciousness, 7 practices. Last week, we started with the first one, and that was intention. And this week, we move to the second one, and that is attention. Now, intention and attention can be considered twin flames of consciousness. That if intention sets the aim of your life, the aim of your soul, if it sets the direction, this is what you're about, then attention provides the energy. It sets the gaze of the soul. Without intention, attention scatters. Without attention, intention remains just an idea. Intention aims, attention sustains. Some beautiful ways to remember that. The other thing about intention is where we are beings of spirit and we are beings of physicality. And intention is where free will meets spirit. Because through our intention, we can be an embodiment, a presence. Our actions can be actions that are good and healthy and wholesome. Or our actions and our presence can be an energy that is hurtful, harmful, divisive. And so intention is very important because it's where the human and the spirit begin to work together. A beautiful practice I have is every morning when I wake up, I place my hand on my heart and I say, what is my intention today? Now, some days, like yesterday, it was to get the lawn mowed. It was to get everything I needed to get off my to-do list, and that was quite a list. And so some days the intention is to get these things done, and maybe I've got an important meeting, and my intention is, Lord, let me show up grounded and non-defensive. But even beyond that, there's a bigger intention that sustains my life. There's a bigger intention that sustains your life. So when we talk about intention, it's important to realize that it's something that we work with and we could be working with all the time, and that there are layers of intention. What's my intention for the day? What's my intention here now? What's my intention when we gather and have time together? And really, we've had 4 deaths in our community in the span of 1 week. 3 were completely unexpected. And so meeting with these families has truly given me pause to stop and say, hey, Darlene, what's the intention of my life and my own purpose? You know, that's not being heavy or sad. That's being awake and willing to take the driver's seat of our life. And so let's talk a little bit about intention. I had an incredible wake-up call around intention in 2002. I'd reached a point in my life, I had delayed ministry as much as I could. I'd finally reached a point, I'd taken the classes, and I said, okay, universe, I will apply to ministerial school. I'll do it, I'm gonna send in my application, and then it's just up to you, God. So I did. I sent my application to Unity. They would be accepting 40 students that year for 2002. I waited my letter to see if I'd been accepted. I got my letter and could not believe what it said. Dear Darlene Strickland, we appreciate your application. We'd hereby like to inform you that you are on standby. We have 40 other applicants whom we've extended an invitation. If any of those do not accept, you will receive the invitation. That was my thought. I went and told my minister at Unity of the Triangle, and he's like, that's the most stupid thing I've ever heard. I'm like, well, that was really helpful, sir. Standby. So boy, did I get after my moaning and groaning and complaining and feeling like, well, I don't even want to go, because if I'm number 41, that means I'm the dumbest on the list. Why would I want to go if they even ask me? They don't really want me. This must not be a sign. Yada, 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 yada. I had to get all that stuff out. But as I got down to pray, I heard my spirit say, Darlene, are you standing by your intention? Are you standing by your intention? Because it sounds like you're wanting the universe to tell you this is for you or not. So apparently you're not sure if this is for you or not. There's some inability to get in touch with what you trust. You're not standing by your intention. You are on standby. Don't you hate that? When that comes through, you're like, yeah, that's really true. But boy, when I realized that, I thought, that's exactly right. And so in the span of a couple of days, I really got clear by myself. And I said, Unity feels like the path. I know I'm at a point that this is what I'm called to do. And so I'm all in. I am going to be a minister. I don't know when, I don't know what path, I don't know what it will look like, but I will be a minister. I went out and about and did my thing, and remember this is 2002, so I came home and the answering machine had that light beeping. I turned it on. Darlene Strickland, this is the registrar from Unity Center Institute. We'd like to let you know a space opened up, and we would love to welcome you into the class of 2004. Come on in. So then I just had to get over thinking I was the dumbest in the crowd, but that's a whole nother sermon. But boy, it taught me how often do we stand by, on standby, because we're waiting for something to give us the green light. Now, I'm not saying that you don't pray and ask for guidance, because we do. But if you sit at home until an angel comes down or you get a clear green light, you're probably going to be sitting a very long time. It's the willingness. Someone once asked Socrates, how do you get to Mount Olympus? Because the person said, that's my intention, to get to Mount Olympus. And Socrates said, well, every step you take, you make it go in that direction. Even the missteps, even the lost steps, you never lose sight of the fact. And so it's so important to know, what is our intention? And so when we get clear about our intention, the big intentions, why are you here for life? And then the daily intentions, the universe creates those opportunities. That's where attention then is very important. Because you see, just as I told you in that story, I got clear on the intention, but then I had to pay attention to my attention. Because if you've ever made a big life decision, you know that thing called buyer's remorse? There's also something called seminary remorse. There's called marriage remorse. I do remorse. Anytime you make a big yes commitment in life Every part of you that's used to something else is going to say, what? No, we're not ready. Mm-mm. Are you crazy? We're not doing that. And so now intention becomes very important. So for the next few minutes, I want to look at 3 things that you can work with when you're with your attention. And number 1 is to recognize it needs training. Number 2, that your attention is ultimately one of your greatest teachers. And number 3, your attention is your gateway to and of and as presence, awareness. So number 1, attention needs training. Our attention, untrained, is like a little puppy. Have you noticed a little puppy just likes to run after every noise? It wants to sniff everything. It's so excited by all that's going on around here. It's here and there. It gets so excited with its attention, it does something called zoomies. Anybody have your attention do zoomies? Has your attention done zoomies lately? If you don't know what that is, that's when your animal just goes crazy and runs in circles in your house because their attention, they're so hyped up. Well, our attention requires training. It's like a muscle that we exercise. We learn to bring our attention back. We're talking to someone, they start talking, and then we're not blah, blah, blah. And we have to realize, okay, I got to calm down and listen. That requires telling your attention to come, sit, stay. Come, sit, stay. When I was accepted to seminary and my mind wanted to go into all the comparing, I had to take a deep breath and say, come, sit, stay. Our attention requires training. We begin to learn to work with our attention. In this day and age, there's so many things vying for our attention. It's popular to multitask. It's not uncommon, unfortunately, to pass someone driving, watching Netflix on their phone. Not even texting, but just major multitasking. Our attention is pulled and scattered. And when your attention is pulled and scattered, guess what? You are scattered. Your energy, our presence is scattered when that happens. Because our attention is that link between consciousness and our world. And so our goal is to make it more stable. Now, in Unity, when we look at the Bible, we're looking at the Bible through a metaphysical, meta meaning beyond the physical, beyond the literal. We're looking and understanding that the Bible has rich stories that tells us things about our conscious journey. Unity looks at the Bible as a journey of consciousness, from Adam and Eve consciousness being separated and outside and living in shame, to Christ consciousness knowing one who is at one. And so the characters in the stories tell us something about us, our consciousness, our capability. So when you begin to look at it like that, these stories come to life in a new way. And there's a story in the Gospel of Luke about 2 sisters named Mary and Martha. And in the story of Mary and Martha, they knew Jesus somehow, and Jesus was coming through town, and so they were inviting him to come to their house. Now, that was a big deal. It would be a big deal today if Jesus came and met with someone. Well, it was a big deal then, because he was growing in popularity, so they're excited he's coming. And as the story says, he comes into the house, and there's other people there, and so Jesus is sitting down, and he's talking, and so Mary is right there. She's sitting on the floor. She is soaking it up. But Martha, it says meanwhile, Martha is busy with many preparations. She's anxious about many things. She walks in and looks at Jesus and says, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work? Tell her to help me. Have you ever tried to tell God what to do? Don't you care? You can tell she's very frustrated. She's left me to do everything. Why does she get to see? Tell her to help me. And this reply used to irritate me because I identify with Martha. I would have been the one off busy doing. Jesus answers, Martha, Martha, you're worried and distracted by many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen the better part, and it will not be taken from her. End of story. And I feel like, well, I'm about as happy for Martha as I can be. But I'm about as happy for Mary as I can be. But like, what about the Marthas? How do you feel? Well, that's why it helps when you understand that this story is speaking to our spiritual evolution, that we each have the capacity to be present or to be scattered. And so the response is not a criticism, he's simply redirecting attention. And in the redirecting of attention is to say, you're finding yourself in pieces. You're scattered, you're frustrated. And what you're wanting is to be at peace rather than in pieces. You're wanting to be at peace. You're wanting to be right here, so why not? Now, it's a story that is reminding us that it is we who are constantly choosing. And it is not at all saying that the work isn't important. It's not at all saying that we don't need to get our hands dirty. It's not at all saying that preparations didn't need to be made. But what if it was pushing the edges of the time to say, what would it have looked like that day if everyone would have been present? And then if Mary or Martha had said, now, together, let's get up and prepare for the meal. So the question becomes, how do we train our attention when we begin to notice that it's running here and running there? We need to reclaim our own attention from compulsion, from reaction. The second thing, when we begin to notice our attention, oh, I'm thinking of this. Oh, I'm not even listening. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say. Oh, I'm not even here. I'm not even here in my body because I'm so preoccupied with something else. Have you ever driven home and honestly, when you pulled in, you thought for a minute, I don't remember my drive? We all have. We all have. Because we weren't present to the drive. We were absorbed in thought. And again, it's not a good or a bad. It's learning to be more present and balancing these things. So we become aware that our attention does need training. Number two, we begin to recognize that our attention is a great teacher. Nicholas Herman, this is a true story. A young boy, he was born in the French countryside in the 1600s, Nicholas Herman. Poor family, nothing extraordinary about his life growing up other than it was quite a bit of a struggle. And he writes that when he was a young teen, there was a cold winter day. He had been out walking and he happened to stop a moment and he saw a tree in the winter and he noticed that the tree was barren, no leaves, no color. But yet in that moment, he noticed something that he knew, but he'd never really paid attention to. Nicholas said he looked at that tree and he thought that the tree looks dead, but there's a quiet, steady life. It's very much alive. That the tree is dormant right now. It may not have leaves, but inside of that tree, whether the sun is shining or it's night, whether it has full leaves and fruit or whether it looks barren, there's a life within that tree. And Nicholas said that day that he had an epiphany, an aha, that the life in that tree that was always there through the seasons must surely be within him. Can you recall ever having, maybe looking at the sky, have you ever had sort of a moment that just broke through the ordinary and you could sense yourself connected? Well, that's what he had. He grows older. He's really struggling to survive. And it's the time when war is taking place in his country. And so he joins the army, not because he really wants to serve, but because he needs to eat. He was poor and hungry. And while France was at war in the 1600s and he was fighting, he was wounded badly and captured. So he was left with physical injury, and what we know today is he was also left with post-traumatic stress disorder. He really experienced some tough stuff. When he finally got out of being a prisoner for the other country, and the war was over, he then had to do something. And he wanted to be important, and so he applied to work as a servant in a home where he could be a footman, because there's rank among them as well. But he described himself as being one of the most clumsy footmen. Every tray, he'd usually trip, knock something over. He just wasn't really good at it. And dealing with physical pain, with the post-traumatic stress disorder, with feeling like a failure, he found himself just saying, I need help. And he remembered that tree. He remembered how as a little boy, he had seen that tree and somehow knew that there was a life presence and that life presence was there. And something told him that that life presence was available in him and it could heal him. And he was so moved that he decided at that time he would join the Carmelite practice, and he joined a monastery, the Carmelite monastery in practice, where he became a layman, a lay brother. You will recognize him today as Brother Lawrence, the man who learned to practice the presence. He became known as Brother Lawrence. He never wrote very much at all about himself, but many people wrote and talked about him. Because when he first started, he was assigned to the kitchen, and he hated kitchen duty, washing dishes, cutting vegetables. He hated those things. His legs hurt from his wound. He was very uncomfortable. But he kept remembering that tree and that life energy. And so he began to realize one day, I am in control of my attention. He started paying attention, and he started noticing how he was bringing in a bad attitude. He was noticing how before he even got there, he was deciding he wasn't going to like it. He was noticing that while he was there, he never wanted to be there. He wanted to be doing something else. And so he made the commitment to himself to let his attention be his teacher. And so when he was there, he did his very best to show up and to say, God, just as you were that presence in that tree, be present in me. Hence, he began to practice the presence. Those around him said they'd never seen anyone change like he changed. He went from being someone who was irritated, always grumpy, over time to being a person who became radiant. He eventually went on to another job where he repaired sandals, but they wrote about him as one who practiced the presence. You see, he let attention become his teacher. And his attention taught him, what are the things that I am always preoccupied with? Where do I wish I was? What am I avoiding? And he learned to use that to bring him back to the present moment, to practice the attention. Our attention becomes reflective like a mirror. What are we attending to? What are we caught up in? What captures you? What are your obsessions and attachments? What are you avoiding? What are your fears, the shadows? What brings light that really helps illuminate you? When the attention stops chasing things, it begins to become more available. So the first thing is we learn to train our attention. Number 2, we begin to work with our attention as a teacher. And number 3, we begin to realize that attention is the gateway the gateway to presence and of presence. I'm going to invite our band to come up. I'm going to sing a song, and I want to use this to take you through an extended practice, which is in the handout, and these handouts are online. Any of you can get copies of this. But just listen to this. Over time, as you train your attention, you come to recognize that it is both your honor and your responsibility to be the steward of your own awareness. You begin to see the distinction between what you notice, the shiny thing, and your capacity to notice, and your capacity to direct what you're attending to. Gradually, you go more grounded. You realize you're not all this movement. You're the greater landscape in which it happens. You become the witness of all that is going on, less attached. You're not caught up and swept away by the currents of what passes through your mind, your attention. You learn to hold space. You learn to remain more open. Rather than always thinking about what I'm doing next, as we learn to be present, guess what? You begin to receive that inspiration, higher guidance. We begin to literally embody a more grounded presence and become the gateway of wisdom, of love, of compassion. So I'm going to ask you to just sing this song with me once that says Breathe by Karen Drucker. And then I'm going to take you through a process. Again, we have copies for you. This is a practice you can do to help you. So I breathe in and I breathe out and I take in and I give out and I let love, I let go, I release, and I know. Let's sing it one more time. Lift your voice. I breathe in and I breathe out and I take in and I give out and I let love, I let go, I release, and I know. So I invite you to close your eyes and to just sit comfortably. Maybe bring yourself up to the edge of your chair a little. Let your spine rise naturally. Let your hands rest easily. And take a slow, steady breath. You're not trying to control it. You're simply letting it come in and go out. Just begin to take a few breaths to be present. And so as you hear my voice, you're turning your attention inward. You're not focusing on any one thing. You're not trying to escape. But it's more like a child with their eyes closed, but they're listening, they're waiting. Very softly listening and waiting. That in this time it becomes about noticing. And as you sit and you breathe and you notice, your attention, your mind will naturally get absorbed in a thought. And just imagine, if you will, that you're sitting outside and with your eyes closed, but just imagine that you're sitting and you're looking at a beautiful blue sky. But there are clouds that come by. The nature of the mind is to jump on one of those clouds and just start talking about whatever it thinks it wants to talk about. The nature of the mind is to always jump from one thought to another thought, to get caught up and carried away. So in this practice, when we sit and breathe, this is insight. We're becoming aware of what our attention is doing. And our goal is to hold that open spaciousness. And then every time we notice our mind got caught up in a thought, we just let it go. Back to pure awareness. So just watch your mind for a few moments. Do your best to be still. And as your mind moves to this or that, just let it go. This really is a practice of come back, little puppy, sit, stay. Oh, now I'm thinking about lunch. Come back. As you keep returning again and again, my friends, you begin to realize that you are not the impulses, the compulsions. You're not the entanglements and the feelings or the thoughts. You're not what preoccupies you. You are the awareness that beholds it. And so as we begin to differentiate, we become more identified with that spacious present. Life is no longer happening to us. Life happens through us, as us. And so practice after practice after practice, we have the capacity to become less reactive, less attached, less scattered, more available. And so over time, as you train your attention, you come to recognize that it is your honor and your responsibility to be the steward of your own awareness. You begin to recognize the distinction between what you notice, what you feel, what you get caught up in, and your capacity to be present itself. Gradually, you grow more grounded, more spacious, less attached, more present. And when you become truly present and your attention moves into a state of awareness, you're now entering into the domain of pure awareness, where presence and your presence are one. You begin to see yourself as a gateway. I get to presence these ideas, these beliefs, this intention. I get to presence this grounded sense of connection. I get to presence because I feel it, what it feels like to be free, to be whole, to be well. To know that like that tree, there are times in my life where the sun shines and the fruit is plentiful and it's beautiful. But there are also times when I'm being pruned, when I'm having to let go of things and I feel like I'm going to die. There's times when everything I had falls away. But it's in those moments, perhaps, when I become most intimate with what is always present. Through the sunshine and the rain, through the fruitfulness and the barrenness, what is always present is the presence of life. That which we call God, all that is. And that I am that. I am an expression of that. And therein lies my safety. Therein lies my eternity. Therein lies my soul as well. So I breathe in and I breathe out and I take in and I give out and I let love, I let go, I release, and I know. I invite you to open your eyes and to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring your awareness right back here. And to really anchor it, would you stand with us? And I breathe in, and I breathe out, and I take in, and I give out, and I let love, I let go, I release, I know, sing it out. So I breathe in, and I breathe out, and I take in, and I give out, and I let love, I let love, and I let go, I release, and I know, yes, I release, and I You're so beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. You may be seated. How many of you are willing to practice that this week? First of all, to begin with, hand on the heart in the morning. What is my intention today? Now, the other part of that is at the evening to say, how did I do with that intention? No judgment, but paying attention. How did I do with that intention? And to really notice in your life, where do you need to train that beautiful puppy of attention? How is it teaching you? And how is it there to be a greater gateway? I want to thank you for being present to that. I'm going to invite Kat to come back up. Megan and Beth are coming. I'm going to step out. We have a memorial service at 2, and my puppy is texting me now to say, Mommy, I have to go potty. So I've got to go home. That's probably too TMI. Don't tell Ari Grace I told you that, but I'm going to go home and be back, and we'll see. Hopefully you'll be here for the memorial service. Kat Williams, would you please come on up?
We need you for just a moment.
May we have your attention for just a moment? Today is International Pastoral Appreciation Day. We are so glad you listened to your intention. and 21 years ago stepped into this role that you play today. It means so much to us in this community, and we love you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
Good morning. Oh, come on. Good morning.
Good morning.
As you all are aware, I'm sure, today is International Ministers Appreciation Day. These roses signify gratitude, appreciation, and love. As you recall from last week, we heard about Pinky, who was helped tremendously by our Reverend Darlene, and about how she ministered to a shelter at Pardee. Both of these in the aftermath of Helene. These acts and many others that she does not are not in her job description. Reverend Darlene, we appreciate you.
If you'll join me with our loving, we love you, we
bless you,
we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you.
Thank you so much. They totally surprised me. I did not know that. This is a beautiful infinity necklace, which is absolutely, with my birthstone, which is a ruby for July, is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now Ari is calling.
I'll be back.
She will.
Okay, thank you all. You may be seated. Thank you for joining us on that impromptu blessing. Yes. So, may the ushers and prayer chaplain please come forward. If you have an intention that you would like to set and pay some attention to it, one of the greatest and bestest ways that we do that here at Unity is prayer. Through our prayer chaplain, Michael, and if you want to know somebody who can pay amazing attention, this man right here, he is such a blessing to our community. He's a wonderful prayer chaplain, and he will help you to hold that intention and attention today if you'd like through prayer right after the service, right out the front door. If you don't have time and you want to put a prayer in the prayer box, there's other ways that we can pray for you. Please know that we are here and that we love you. And our ushers today, thank you. Our ushers today are going to be coming around and passing the basket. If this called to you, you love this ministry, you want to see it thrive and keep the lights on, your gifts help us do that. They pay for this and so much more. Did you see the trees out front? Yeah. I saw some magnolias in there. That's one of my favorite trees. One of the oldest trees on the planet, if you didn't know that. So thank you. Let's move into our offering blessing. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. I am now in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving. Thank you, God, and so it is. I turn it over to Kat. Somebody told me of the joy that they had. Yeah. Somebody
Cat Williams. Yes, our Cat Williams. Thank you so much. Thank you, band. Thank you, everyone. Last Sunday was so full, we did not have time to honor October birthdays. So if you have an October birthday, would you please stand? Woo, yeah, yeah. And now we're gonna sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you are wonderful. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And now, as we close our service, we're going to close it with Blessed Always. Would you like to stand and join hands? Can I stop you for a minute? Blessed always goes, blessed always, blessed always. You play it.
They had their own thing happening just now. Runaway band.
Okay,
Runaway
here we
band.
go. What's that? What's that?
Count us in.
Oh, there we go. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surrounds us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen. Blessed always, blessed always, all the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen. Thank you for your patience. Have a wonderful week. We will see you soon.